वो मेरा सवाल अपनी जगह ठहरा हजूर, आप जवाब तो दे
जी
दें।
मालूम विद utmost respect, I am not reading it as
utmost respect को छोड़िए, सिर्फ जवाब दे दीजिए। जो मैंने सवाल है उसका तो आप जवाब
सर
नहीं
मैं
दे
आ
रहे।
तो जाऊं उसमें।
नहीं, आप आएंगे तो अगर दिन निकल जाए।
पहले अभी सुन तो ले, मैं कंप्लीट तो कर लूं।
Is this something to be taught to the Supreme Court?
And sir, with your lordship's kind permission, I have prepared
What you're saying is that the parliament cannot make rules nor legislate regarding the rules. And all the parliament can do is subsequent legislation नहीं हो सकती। ये जो existing law था उसके दायरे कार में रहते हुए और कानून
आप rules नहीं बना सकते।
Constitution के दायरे कार में रहते हुए power in any event vests in the Supreme Court.
Supreme Court exclusively, sir, because the word used is not just rule making; it is regulate. That we can by rule regulate the practice.
I'll read the provision.
Yes, my lord.
Let's reframe the whole provision.
My lord.
It says, now let's read it like this.
My lord.
The Supreme Court may make rules regulating the practice and procedure of the court.
Yes, my lord.
So are you saying that Supreme Court had to be advised about the Constitution, had to be advised about the law, because it would make rules which will be completely in violation of the Constitution and the law? So it would have been much simpler drafting to start it with the Supreme Court. Rules regulating the practice and procedure of the court. Your contention is that a high body, as the constitutional body, as the Supreme Court, had to be reminded that there is a constitution in existence. Don't violate it. That's a very strange proposition.
No.
You are putting redundancy to the words subject to the constitution and law, because what you are saying can equally be said by using these words.
My lord, with the utmost respect, my lord.
If you read it
जवाब दे
way,
नहीं, let's hear the counsel. जी please सुन लेते हैं counsel को.
I'm also reading it the same way. The Supreme Court may make rules and regulating the practice and procedure of the court,
My lord.
subject to the Constitution and the law.
My lord,
Which means Supreme Court can make rules,
yes,
whatever rule it wants to make.
जी.
But it can't go beyond
the Constitution or any law which already exists.
So there is
वो मेरा सवाल अपनी जगह ठहरा हजूर, आप जवाब तो दे दें।
जी मालूम with the utmost respect, I am not reading it as
utmost respect को छोड़िए, सिर्फ जवाब दे दीजिए।
अच्छा सर, आपके साथ
मेरा वक्त की कमी है।
जी I know my lord, I'm just saying that subject to law, subject means some kind of restriction.
मैं आपसे कुछ और मैंने आपसे आप फिर से आप देखें, जो मैंने सवाल है उसका तो आप जवाब नहीं दे रहे।
मैं आ तो जाऊं उसमें।
नहीं, आप आएंगे तो अगर दिन निकल जाए। मैंने कहा अगर ये हम लफ्ज काट दें सब्जेक्ट टू द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन एंड द लॉ, फर्क क्या पड़ेगा फिर?
जी
ये इसका सवाल का जवाब दे दीजिए।
फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा, लेकिन पॉइंट इज दैट
नहीं पड़ेगा ना।
नहीं, लेकिन
थैंक यू।
इशू ये
चलिए नेक्स्ट पॉइंट।
नहीं सर, पहले अभी सुन तो लें, मैं कंप्लीट तो कर लूं सर आपकी इजाजत से। अगर फिर भी कोई लॉ आप रूल नहीं बना सकेंगे which violates any provision of the Constitution.
Is this something to be taught to the Supreme Court?
No sir, but I'm humbly submitting subject to law does not mean the Parliament can legislate. Humble submission. Subject to, क्योंकि जहाँ Parliament जहाँ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन पावर देता है पार्लियामेंट को बना दे, स्पेसिफिक वर्ड्स आर यूज्ड।
चलें खैर,
जी
अब पता नहीं आप redundancy as
I'm not assuming it is, I'm
1
just
2
saying
3 4 5 6 words of the constitution we can delete as rendered meaningless.
So
I'm reading it like that if I accept your contention.
Subject to only means, my humble submission is that subject to only means that there is some kind of a restricting, because the constitutional power, which is a continuing power, is being given to the Supreme Court.
Noted. Next point.
The point is that the words used in the if Parliament, if Constitution is giving power to the to make any law, it specifically used certain words in the Constitution. If my lord kindly sees 154(5).